Greetings, peace and blessings. Welcome to the spiritual experience. We are all on our own journey called life. I will be your host, helping to navigate you through these challenging times. Know that we are all spiritual beings here on the human experience, meaning we're here to learn, to evolve to the highest versions of ourselves while raising our vibration and creating a better quality of life. Let's see what's on today's prayer card. In God I trust, and I am not afraid. What can man do to me? Psalms 56:11, 5 and 6 being 11. So that's 11:11. New beginning, spiritual awakening. All right. Originality. So on that, we're going to keep pushing with that number one theme today, y'all. Because I like that 11:11. That number doesn't come out often on our prayer card. Okay. Now, before we jump into anything else, I want to take a second and honor the divine with a protection prayer. I want to take a moment and honor the divine, the highest of white light. Please send your protection while I channel this energy. And if any negative energy tries to come my way, please transmute into peace, love, power, and light. And let all evil eyes go blind and monetary spirits go deaf. While I open my heart, mind, and spirit to the divine. Divine spirit, I'm willing to learn and be teachable while transcending my energy into peace, love, power, and light. And may that be so in the name of Jesus. Amen. Now let's see what's going on in this divine energy war, spirit, please and thank you. And remember, y'all, my videos are timeless. They are meant for you whenever you see them. And use your own discernment when viewing my messages. And if you want to donate to the platform, feel free. All my information is in the description. Thank you to all my viewers and followers. Thank you for tuning into my channel. And if this is your first time tuning into my channel, make sure you hit that follow button and that like sign, okay? Now, y'all could have been tuned into anyone, but y'all chose to tune into me, and I deeply appreciate that, okay? Now, let's see what universal insights the universe has for us today. Okay, so we got 6 and 4, which is 10, plus 5, which is 15, plus 3, which is 18, plus 2, which is 20. Okay, so we balance and harmony and partnerships. So our angel number, we're going to break that down to a 2. All right, so far, definitely new beginnings, balance and harmony with partnerships. Ooh, where this message going in today, y'all? Okay, well, we're not going soon. We're going to see, okay? Now, the houses we are working with today. We have the 10th house, the 11th house, the 9th house, the 2nd house, the 6th house, and the 7th house. Okay, so it could be partnerships and marriage because the 7th house does talk about that. Or it could be work, health, and services because the 6th house does talk about that too. So we definitely having a spiritual awakening and new beginnings in certain sectors of our lives. Okay, y'all. Because in God, we trust and we are not afraid. So we making sure we paying attention to all the signs and synchronicities to guide us on our spiritual path, y'all. Okay. And the planets we are working with today, y'all. We have Jupiter, Saturn, Venus, and we're dealing with South Node. And we have the Sun and we have Pluto. Interesting. And by 1 being our theme for our prayer card, because we have 11:11 out here, the Sun, it talks about the self-made concerns and vitality. Okay, so as we're working on ourselves, we know we fear no one but the divine, okay? Because what can man do to us? As we get aligned with the divine and do as he designed for us to do, we will be all right, y'all, okay? All right, so the zodiac signs we are working with today. We have Scorpio, so definitely in the wish. Oh, we got all the water signs out here, y'all. We got Pisces, Scorpio, and Cancer. Heavy on the intuition, heavy on the emotions. And we also have Leo and Sagittarius out here, so that's 2 fire signs, y'all. So we got action, aggression, and energy. And then we have Libra. Libra is wind, communication, consciousness, balance. Okay, so we definitely balancing something out because we got 2. Ooh, I'm excited about this message for us today, collective. What Spirit want to talk to us about? Okay, but before we jump into the message, let's see what message we get out the secret garden later on in this experience. So we have 6 and 4, which is 10, Plus 2 is 12. Plus 2, 14. So we definitely balancing out a situation. We definitely bringing balance to this situation. And 14 breaks down to a 5, which is transformation, change. So it's definitely a change coming, spiritual awakening. So we're going to go with message number 5 out of our secret garden, guys. Okay? All right. So remember, y'all, flip gender roles as needed. I pre-shuffled my cards before I started the camera, but I'm going to give it a little shuffle-duffle. Okay? And remember, in God I trust, and am not afraid. What can man do to me? Okay, so make sure we being our most authentic selves out here, y'all, and staying in line with the divine, because that's going to get us where we need to be, okay, on the spiritual journey. Now, Spirit, what message do you have for this beautiful, beautiful blessings of a divine collective today, Spirit? What we need to know about in this energy. Ooh, that came flying out, y'all. Okay. Well, what Spirit wants us to know, my beautiful blessings of a collective, is burden. The first card out is burden. So some of us are burdened. Some of us is feeling weighed down, overburdened, overloaded by responsibilities, stress, problems, weight on your shoulders, duty, obligation, restricted, burnout, uphill struggle, taking for granted, taking on too much, and delays. Okay, but sometimes delays is not a denial. And maybe this rejection and weight and pressure that we're feeling is to help us forge our character. So sometimes when we're feeling this pressure, this weight, that's a divine way of showing us to lay our burdens down at Him. Give our burdens to the divine and not to lead into our own understanding. So that way we can pay attention to the signs and synchronicities that He's trying to show us to help us forge our character. So He'll put things on us because nothing is wasted. Everything will be used for your good. Okay, y'all? Now let's see what Spirit want to use for burden out here. Because I just felt that in my heart to say that about burden. But we're going to see where the energy goes with burden today, y'all. Tell me more about this burden, Spirit, please and thank you. And that's a 10. So we definitely closing our cycles. Ooh. We got karmic out here. We got new beginnings. So what I'm feeling, whatever was burdening the divine collective down, having us feeling weighed down, we are to trust in the divine with all our heart, because there's a plan He has for us. Even though we may not see it right now, because we may see hardship and pain. Okay, so some people, they're not feeling prosperous right now. They're feeling burnt out, financial loss, lack of planning. They feel like they wasted their potential, their instability, they're not stable, they were greedy, they were materialistic, they delayed twice, delayed success, and insecurity. Okay, so that's why people are burdening the way down. They dealing with a lot of old ways of being, old patterns, old cycles that has to be closed out. And in order to close these cycles out, Divine Collective need to take some time and take a step back and do some self-reflection, quiet out the noise, so that way you can listen to what the divine is trying to show you and why you're feeling all this pressure and why you're feeling all these delays, because there's a reason for everything. Nothing is for no reason, y'all. So continue to trust in the divine and not be afraid, because this pressure gonna forge your character. Tell me more, Spirit, about this pressure gonna forge your character, because as you stay disciplined, as you stay focused, as you stay committed to your soul's journey and align with the divine by being your most authentic self, and allow yourself to feel this pressure of being overloaded, stressed out, responsibilities and problems due to financial loss, lack of planning, wasted potential, it's okay. it is okay, because nothing is wasted. Because as we stay trusting in the divine, and this is a 10 too, good luck is on our side. We had to go through these past situations in 10. Okay, so what's this number on here? And that's a 1. Wow, so we definitely had to close out these old patterns and these old cycles that was keeping us burdened and weighed down, that was causing us financial stress, that was making us feel like we was not living in our potential, putting us through old karmic lessons. And I'm feeling a lot of the divine collective is finding these lessons and closing these cycles and recognizing these patterns and increasing their discernment while enforcing boundaries. And that got the wheel of fortune on our side, y'all. We got good luck, destiny, chance, karma, soulmates, decisive moments, cycles of life, fate, fortune, upheaval, chance, gambling. You cannot step into the same river twice. Okay, so good luck is on our side. We got fortune on our side, y'all. So the cycle we closed out, that was a preparation to prepare us for when things, prosperity, start flowing in our direction. Okay, so nothing is wasted. Yeah, and it could be a King of Cups or a feminine energy operating from her masculine side, who, after being burdened and weighed down and going through all these loss and wasted, feeling like they was wasting their potential, good luck is on their side, and that's going to bring them with their community. Okay, so, or it could be a feminine energy who's receiving a King of Cups and uniting with a community, or it could be a King of Cups who is uniting with a community. Okay, guys? All right, so after being burdened way down, we receiving new opportunities and possibilities and partnerships. Okay, tell me more, Spirit, please, and thank you about this energy. Yeah, and you got people watching you, Divine Collective. They feel defeated. They feel lost. They're stuck in ego, manipulation. They're willing to get a victory at any cost. Reckless. They want revenge. So whoever was keeping you weighed down, Divine Collective, and keeping you in the financial loss, not stepping into your potential, being distracted by the noise with the manipulation and the ego games, okay? Caught in them illusions and delusions. Oh, they watching you. They want revenge. They trying to block you some more. Okay? And they don't want to see you win. What's this? But oh no, the Divine Collective is standing their ground. They like, no, buddy. Divine Collective found their courage. They found their voice by being their most authentic self, getting aligned with the divine, and doing what they need to do. And that by them doing that, they standing up for what they believe in. They fighting in their corner. They being protected for themselves against these people who want revenge on them. And that's why they enforcing their boundaries, because they're using their discernment, because they see this low vibrational energy for what it is. Okay? And this low vibrational energy see that the Divine Collective them closed out old cycles, raised their vibration, stepped into their authentic self, and moving towards their potential. They don't like it. But who cares? Because what can man do to you? As long as you trust in the divine and stay aligned with the divine, they can't stop nothing. All they gonna do is watch the Divine Collective be blessed. Okay? Let me get one more rose, Spirit, please, and thank you. Yeah. Judgment was called for them putting all this pressure on us, having us burdened and weighed down and stressed out, delayed and detoured. Okay? Judgment was called. And this is a 20. Yo, we got 2 out here again. 20 was our angel card number, but we broke down to 2 partnerships and harmony. So balance is definitely being restored to our people, places, and things that wasn't aligned with the divine. He getting us right, y'all, because he's going to straighten out our path. That's why he putting these low vibrational people under judgment. And the Divine Collective, they under judgment too, because they dealing with an awakening, renewal, composure, decisiveness. Some people are homesick, snap judgment, apportioning blame, forgiveness, final reckoning, a final exam. As you sow, you shall reap. A mandatory choice that will change life for the better. Yeah. Judgment has been called on the Divine Collective and the karmics. So the karmics, they going through a final reckoning And the Divine Collective is going through an exam because this was a test. So them karmics was here to help us prepare for us to move forward. And in order for us to move forward to the next level, the next cycle, we had to find these lessons. And that's what this karmics was here to put this burden, this pressure on us so we could forge our character. Okay? And that's what's helping us to awaken to our potential, awaken to our discernment, awaken to our boundaries that we need to enforce to keep these people, places, and things at bay from us. Okay? We gotta protect our energy. Tell me more, Spirit. And that's starting a new beginning. Okay? A new beginning in love. We got all these water signs out here. Comfort, kindness, intuition, a good idea, a sensitive, thoughtful, introverted, cooperative, quiet, dreamy. Okay. Okay, so this is the beginning, a young stages of getting ourselves together because we're looking at our emotional issues. So a lot of us, Divine Collective, could have been immature spiritually, and we're growing spiritually. That's what this awakening is going on. A lot of us is learning in the beginning stages of learning how to love correctly, learning how to be comfortable with self, learning how to tap into your intuition, learning how to be imaginative, creative, okay? And that's what this awakening is doing. It's renewing our spirit, renewing us back to our default setting to being our most authentic self. Okay, tell me more, Spirit, please, and thank you. All right. And this could be an Empress energy or flip Gender Rose as needed, y'all. That's receiving good luck. Okay. And recognition through this conflict. So after these karmics had the Divine Collective, it could be an Empress energy and an immature spiritually person or a young person who's gaining recognition during this spiritual awakening for standing their ground after being burdened and weighed down by these low vibrational people who want to keep them in financial loss and not in their potential, keep them delayed. But good luck is coming in their side because they trusted in the divine, and that's bringing them happy families, reunion, coming home, celebrations, surprises, parties, weddings, events, feeling welcome, community, family coming together, community, spirit, teamwork. Okay, so they coming together as a team. The Divine Collective is coming together as a team, uniting as a team to stand their ground against these karmics. And they gaining recognition for this because that's what their character was being forged for in the previous cycle. For them to come together and create new partnerships, new harmony, new community, a stronger community that's built in divine order. Because these are aligned people who are getting in line with the divine. And what can man do to them? The Divine Collective is standing their ground on this community, and they building a strong community because God built strong characters. That's why they was burdened and weighed down in the first part of the cycle. And they gaining recognition as the divine's beautiful collective. I know that's right. So the divine had to forge us into our strong characters we are so that we can stand our ground, stand in our corner towards these karmics, y'all. Because judgment is being rendered. Okay? Yeah, and okay. And some people, after this judgment is over, are going to be in hardship because there's going to be a breakthrough and they're going to want to hold on to us. So these low vibrational karmics, as we move forward and get aligned with the divine, they're going to want to try to hold on to us because they can't come where we're going. We had to release them with love and light, truth, joy, and righteousness because they can't come where we're going. And that's another reason why I'm feeling we have to be burdened and weighed down and feel all that pressure so we can see their true character too. So as we seen our true character, we had to see their true character too so we can see they don't resonate with our soul. They are not the people, places, and things where we need to be going or aligned with, okay? So all of this is not for no reason. And because we was aligned with these low vibrational people being burdened and weighed down, that's what was causing us these delays in our soul journey. That's what was causing us blockages in our money and our prosperity, okay? And because we let these people, places, and things go and release them out of our life, that's what got our luck turning in the right direction. Because sometimes you can't, certain people, places, and things, my beautiful collective, will delay you. It will stop your blessings. It will stop your movement forward because they can't go where you're going. They're not aligned. That's why you have to find the lesson. If you feel like you're being burdened and financially stopped, somebody's in your field, your energy field, that should not be there. They're not here to go with your soul's journey. They're not aligned with you. So you have to release people, places, and things that's not aligned with you, or that's going to make you feel burdened and weighed down, and it's going to start blocking your blessings because you have to find the lesson. Okay? And that's what the collective is doing. They found the lesson, they gaining recognition for that, and they're moving forward. And the divine is creating community, a balanced harmony community that is a high vibrational community. Okay, so I'm feeling like this community is going to be strong in discernment, strong intuition, and they're going to enforce their boundaries towards these low vibrational people. So that's going to be a divine strengthened community. And maybe this empress or emperor is helping, and this immature person, they're going to help start this community. That's what I'm feeling. They're going to gain recognition for healing this community, building this community, growing this community. Because they're going to stand their ground towards these manipulative, ego, low vibrational people. That's why they had to go through that in the beginning. Okay. Interesting start, y'all. We off to an interesting start. All right, let's get a little more information in this situation. So we got healers, okay? So inside healers. So some inside healers. Tell me more, Spirit, about these inside healers. They're hiding, they're hidden in a wooden area, or it could be people who want to come at these healers that are in hidden areas. Tell me more. Yeah, in wooden hidden areas. This could be staying in a motel, hotel, or some kind of temporary stay place. Okay? Tell me more, Spirit, please, and thank you. And they're being dismembered. Okay? Why are they being dismembered, Spirit? Oh, because of secrets, some kind of secrets that had to be exposed. And these could be influential people. Influential people. That's who want to bring conflict to the collective. And that's why the collective is standing their ground. These influential people, their secrets are being dismembered. And they could be staying in a temporary place in a hidden or wooden area. Tell me more, Spirit, please, and thank you. Yeah, something with an accident. There was an accident. I'm feeling the accident and why they being dismembered for what they did, how they had the divine collective burden and weighed down. Because they wanted to keep the divine collective in conflict and ego. But all of that is being dismembered. Secrets is out. Remember, we got judgment out here. They're under judgment. These influential people is under judgment for whatever accident that they did in secret. And it's being dismembered by the divine order. Tell me more, Spirit, please, and thank you. Yeah, and it's leading them to imprisonment. It could be a spiritual prison, physical prison, or a cosmic prison, but it's leading them there because I'm feeling like they broke spiritual law by burdening and weighing down the divine collective and keeping them delayed off of their soul's purpose. Can't do that. That's why they're being dismembered. The divine got our back. I can't make this up. Divine got our back because they owe the spiritual realm a debt for doing all of this. That's why they under judgment. The spiritual realm is dismembering them. Okay? The spiritual realm is dismembering them for having the divine collective burden and weighed down and delayed their success. Oh no, the divine had to put an end to that because the wheel is turning from that. The divine collective once was last shall be first, or those who was last shall be first. And these celebrities who were, or influential people who were burdening and weighing the divine collective down, doing all this manipulation and casting these illusions and delusions, they're going to prison for that. And they got a debt they got to pay. I'm feeling a spiritual prison because they being dismembered by the spirits. Ooh, that went flying. And this could be a female influential person. Okay, that could be both sides. Maybe it's a karmic feminine in here too that want to bring conflict to this empress because They could be in debt and being dismembered for secretly wanting to dismember this Empress energy. Keep this Empress and this young, immature, but we got a female, so we ain't gonna talk about this young person. This Empress energy burden and weighed down. Because they want to keep this Empress energy burden and weighed down and delayed off their soul's purpose, they are under judgment. They are receiving karmic debt, and they're being dismembered because they're going into a physical prison, a mental prison, a cosmic prison. They're going there. And this is a spiritual realm doing that. So make sure, Divine Collective, you trust in God. And don't be afraid. Because what can man do to you? And some people are having intrusive thoughts. It could be a male who's having intrusive thoughts, or these karmics could have did put him in a situation to where he's having intrusive thoughts. Okay, this is interesting, y'all. Very interesting energy. Let's get some clarifying situations. How the universe want us to handle this situation, y'all? Okay. All right. Make miracles. Stay open-minded and receptive to the magic unfolding in your life. Yeah, okay, cool. So the divine is showing us this for a reason, y'all. Nothing is for no reason, okay? We're being shown all this, what I'm feeling in this energy, so that way we can continue enforcing our boundaries, continue using our discernment, and continue to stay focused on our alignment, okay? Because these low vibrational karmics, they're going to keep trying to delay and detour us. They want us burdened and weighed down. They don't want us to move forward and raise our vibration and evolve, raise our consciousness. They want to suppress our conscience, suppress our love, light, truth, joy, and righteousness. And the divine realm sees this, that they are stopping divine will. And that's not right. They're manipulating the energy. And that's not fair to the Divine Collective, okay? We are following our soul's purpose. And it's not right that these low vibrational people secretly attempt to burden and weigh us down and dismember us. So the divine got our back because we stayed the line. We didn't let them, take us off our journey. We kept our hearts soft. And we found the lesson. That was the beautiful thing. We found the lesson and we applied it and raised our standards. So that's why the wheel is turning in our favor, and they're being exposed. And now they're receiving a karmic debt for the stuff that they did in secret. For them trying to secretly dismember us. Okay? In this accident. And that's why they're going into a mental prison, spiritual prison. They going somewhere. So tell me more, Spirit, please, and thank you. Yeah, because these hurtful events, as you navigate this challenging time, learn to let go of the past so it won't weigh you down. Yeah. So all this is coming out because these hurtful events should not weigh us down. We should not be burdened by these hurtful events. We lay these, I'm not saying don't feel the pain and feel the hurtful stuff we went through. We have to feel it. But don't let it consume you and forge your character, become a part of your character, okay? Release it and let it go. That's why they wanted us burdened and weighed down by these hurtful events that they was doing to us, through this betrayal, through this manipulation, this resentment, this unethical behavior, this power struggle, this bitterness, this recklessness. They wanted us burdened and weighed down by all these tactics they were using against us. But because we laid our burden down to the divine and we let go of the past so it won't weigh us down, that's why the wheel is turning in our favor. And that's why they're receiving karmic debt. They're being dismembered and they're being put into a prison. Because what they did to the Divine Collective was not right. And they broke spiritual law. Okay? With these accidents. Tell me more, Spirit. So now, in the meadow of moments, bask in the meadow of moments where presence blossom in the simplicity of now. Yeah. So make sure we stay present, because that's the only thing that's real. So that way we can receive the insights and the downloads in the simplicity of now. Okay? Receive the insights that the divine want to talk to us. So we need to quiet out the noise so we can hear that. And then we'll start to see there is oceans of possibilities in the forecast for us, Divine Collective. So navigate through the boundless oceans of possibilities where horizons whispers of untold opportunities and plentiful paths. So they wanted us burdened the way down and made it feel like they was the only way forward. But the divine was like, no. Once you get aligned with me, raise your consciousness, raise your standards, okay? We're going to take this one. Raise your standards. There are many opportunities and possibilities and new pathways I can create for you. You don't got to go through these low vibrational karmics to move forward. All you got to do is put your trust in me and not be afraid. And I will prepare a table for you in the presence of your enemies, okay? Because what can man do to me? Not a thing, okay? So that's what they're seeing. They're waking up to, oh, wow, we thought we had the power. We thought we was in control with that manipulation and ego. But no, no, no. The divine was like, judgment, buddy. Dismemberment. You're not going to mess with my beautiful blessings of a divine collective. Okay? And that's what makes the divine wonderful and amazing, y'all. He got our back in the times of trouble. Okay? That's why we lay our burden down with him. Because who better to be on your side than the divine? Okay? I know that's right. So let me get one more card. 2 more cards, y'all. Oh, I already got 2 more. Okay. So we're planting seeds of potential and nurture its sprouting. Promise with care and intention. Yeah. So we're using intention. Positive intentions. Okay. To reinforce our new state of conscious being. Of being aligned with the divine. And we making sure we keep the promises that we made to ourselves in the divine. And we nurture them with care. Okay. So that way we don't get no new debt. Okay. We continue to move in blessings and not learn no more new lessons. But we staying focused because we got to make sure we're using our discernment and enforcing boundaries to these low vibrational people that may try to come and get close to us, interfere in our reality. No, we ain't having that. All right, that's why we going. This is the planning phase. So as the wheel is turning, we're going through the planning phase. We're planning how we're going to move forward. We're planning on, what we're focusing on, what we're giving our attention to, what seeds we're planting, who we're interacting with, who are we deciding to connect with. Okay. And that's what this Empress and this low vibrational, young spiritual person has done. They took time, learned from these hurtful moments. They step into simplicity of now, and they realizing they can forge their own path. And they plan their seeds of potential, and they in their planning phase. So take a step back, and I just said that and quiet out the noise. And plan the necessary steps to move forward. So you may turn your goals into reality. I know that's right, because it starts with the thought. And then the words. And then you bring it into reality, guys. So the divine is teaching us how to manifest. And we got 11s out here. How to manifest effectively by raising our vibration, getting in line with him with our true joy and righteousness. We'll start to receive the abundance and prosperity that we naturally attract to us. Okay? By raising our vibration. It's only right. All right, y'all. This is an interesting energy. Let me get message number 5 out the secret garden. All right. Okay. So, message number 5, transformation, change. What did we have to change? Oh, the divine tested you to see if you would tell the truth. The truth shall set you free. I know that's right. The truth shall set you free. So because we stay true to ourselves, because we respected the truth, we aligned with the truth, we embodied the truth. The truth is setting us free. Setting us free from these old cycles, people, places, and things. Setting us free from this lack mentality. Setting us free from these delays and detours and being burdened and weighed down by people, places, and things that doesn't mean us any well. So the truth shall set you free as long as you're aligned with the truth. Because trust in God and not be afraid. Because what can men do to you? Okay. All right, y'all. So on that note, I deeply appreciate you guys coming and check out my channel, because this is how I get the message out. And Mr. Love, do you have anything you would like to add to my beautiful blessings of a collective? Today could be anything we choose, y'all. I was trying to fix this all. This all got stuck, so the song could go on. But oh no, it didn't get stuck. Okay, my bad, guys. Anywho, today could be anything we choose, and make sure you use intention, and you make sure you being your most authentic self while staying in line with the divine and doing as He designed, because His will be done. And without faith, it's impossible to please God. Okay, so faith without action is no good. And that's what my Divine Collective is doing. We're taking action, we're keeping faith, we're moving forward, and we are doing it with peace, love, joy, light, righteousness, and prosperity. I know that's right. So as these low vibrational people be put wherever they're going to go, because they got a karmic debt to clear up, this mental prison, spiritual prison, as they being dismembered, that's not our problem. We can release them out of our system with love and light. Let the divine deal with their consequences and karma, however they deal with it. But as long as we stay in focus and moving forward and staying truthful and aligned with the truth and building our new relationships, this community, this family, in the essence of the divine, and stand our ground. We ain't got to worry about what they got going on over there. All right? So, thank you guys for tuning into my channel. I appreciate y'all for coming here. Make sure y'all hit that like button and that follow button, okay? And enjoy the rest and best of your day. Enjoy the present, because it's a gift. Now we're going to close out with the Lord's Prayer, y'all. The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. He makes me lie down in green pastures. He restores my soul. He leads me in the path of righteousness for His name's sake. Even though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil. Your rod, your staff, they comfort me. You prepare a table before me in the presence of my enemies, and you anoint my head with oil. And surely goodness and mercy shall follow me all the days of my life, and I shall dwell in the house of the Lord forever. In the name of Jesus, amen. Love, peace, joy, kindness, and prosperity are the traits and essence of the divine. As you go out into your journey of life, remember to be the God someone sees today. You may be the only God someone sees today in this divine energy war. Until next time, may the divine peace, love, and blessings be with you. Mwah. Stay blessed, y'all.